forward.
So, final thoughts, sort of what would you think will decide this game? The goalkeeper's an issue too, sort of, won't you put the Arsenal goalkeepers in the pecking order of the Premiership? They're not that high, are they?
No, Neil will fancy, and Gordon mentioned the point, I think Sheffield United will be thinking they can do something at set plays. The Arsenal are not the best at set plays, and I think it's going to be a very tight game.
So it's a Premiership club, Arsenal versus Championship side Sheffield United for a place in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Time to hand over to the commentary box. Mark Bright alongside Steve Wilson.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We've had the history lesson, the controversial semi-final win for Arsenal, the more controversial fifth-round tie of '99, which was replayed. And speaking of history, one of Neil Warnock's earliest footballing memories is of being smuggled through the turnstiles here and standing on the North Bank with his father to support Sheffield United. Well, Warnock's daughter, 6-year-old Amy, has a rather better view than her dad did on that day. She is the Sheffield United mascot here, and 3-year-old William is here too. But she also got in for nothing. Well, Arsenal certainly have one eye on that match in Munich in the Champions League. That is evident from their team selection. Lehmann, Vieira, Segon and Pires are left out of the 11. Campbell, Cole and Adu are injured. Thierry Henry, we were told, could have played in an emergency, but is not risked. Sheffield United are without their captain today, Chris Morgan. He's suspended for the sending off against West Ham. Derek Geary comes in. Paul Thirlwell starts. Paul Shaw, the former Arsenal striker, is fit after a back injury, but is only amongst the substitutes for Sheffield United, where it is worth pointing out Arsenal have an Englishman. Stuart Taylor is their substitute goalkeeper, having returned from a loan spell at Leicester City. Well, it's been some FA Cup so far for Andy Liddell, hasn't it? 2 goals against Aston Villa in round 3, 1 and the winning penalty in the shootout against West Ham in round 4. Michael Tong should remember that 2003 semi-final more than most. Graham Poll's inadvertent block on him led to Arsenal's winner, which was scored by Freddie Ljungberg, who returns to action today, having missed the win on Monday over Crystal Palace. And of course that semi-final also memorable for what was a truly great save by one of the great Arsenal goalkeepers, David Seaman. In goal for them today, it's Manuel Almunia.
Indeed. I mean, Neil Warnock must have looked at the Arsenal team sheet and he must have said to his players, lads, you will never have a better opportunity. Look at the spine of the team that's missing. Sol Campbell, Patrick Vieira and Thierry Henry. Like you said, they must have one eye on midweek, the Bayern Munich clash, but today's the most important day because it's the next game. I would just say that for Sheffield United, they need to reproduce the form like they did against Aston Villa and get amongst Arsenal and just break up Arsenal's flow and just have a bit of belief and some confidence that, you know, you can come here and get a win.
Well, Neil Warnock wanted a Football League referee for this game. He didn't get one. Neil Barry, who's in charge, also was the man in the middle for Arsenal's 3rd round game against Stoke City, and last time Neil Barry took charge of a Sheffield United match, he sent off Michael Brown, who is now at Tottenham Hotspur. The stage is set. Neil Warnock has kept his cards very close to his chest this week as to exactly how he wanted his team to line up. He said he would make his decision about the shape of that team once he'd seen what Arsenal were doing, and the key in his mind was whether Dennis Bergkamp would play, and Dennis Bergkamp does play. Neil Warnock this week saying that Bergkamp is one of the top 5 players of all time in the Premiership, and it's hard to disagree.
It is. He's got everything, and at his age as well, where we thought he was coming to the end, he just seems to reproduce that sparkling form. His touch and awareness and vision is just absolutely sensational, and he's playing the captain's role here today. But you know, for me, looking at Sandaros and Toure, I think Sandaros, he likes the battle. He's big and strong. He's missed a lot of his time here at Arsenal with injury, and it's an interesting one. They've got to get off to a good start, Sheffield, and the longer the game goes, as long as they keep a clean sheet, the better it is for them.
Well, Sheffield United are the last lower division side to beat Arsenal. That was in Bruce Rioch's time in charge. But this is Arsene Wenger's 50th FA Cup tie, of which he has lost only 5. One of them was on penalties. They've been semi-finalists or better in 6 of the last 7 seasons. And it is Arsenal who will be kicking from left to right, attacking the clock end in the first 45 minutes. And this is a big afternoon for both Arsenal and Sheffield United at the beginning of what is a very big week for both. Sheffield United chasing the playoff positions in the Championship, Arsenal chasing FA Cup and Champions League success. The Premiership now is surely beyond them. It's Arsenal who get us underway, and there is Aboué, the Ivorian right back. Here's Reyes. Skipped away from Jagielka. Free kick is given. Senderos is coming forward from the back here for Arsenal. Toure is also forward. It's Bergkamp's delivery. It was Mathieu Flamini with the header, and it's a first touch for Paddy Kenny.
Sheffield United will be happy to get the first touch. Arsenal moving the ball around from the kick-off, keeping possession and just being patient. That's one thing as a player, you want an early touch. There's nothing like the game looking at the clock and seeing 4 or 5 minutes on there and you haven't had a touch.
Harley for Sheffield United. Aboué getting his body between Andy Gray and the ball, and it's Arsenal's throw. Come off Harley for another Arsenal throw-in. Important that Sheffield United can just settle into this game early. Well, Van Persie got goal side for a second. Danny Cullip covered. Flamini. Senderos, Fabregas. Reyes has Clichy out towards the left touchline. Instead, this is Bergkamp. Ljungberg. Harley trying to keep the angles tight for Freddie Ljungberg. And Lee Bromby to safety. Should be Kenny's. Big shout from the goalkeeper, and he got there too. I'm not sure that Van Persie really need to make contact with the Sheffield United goalkeeper, and neither did Neil Barry.
I think Van Persie got a little nudge from Danny Cullip just as he was going in here. I think Cullip's just trying to protect the keeper a little bit. Little nudge, sends him into Paddy Kenny's path. I don't think it was on purpose.
It's the Republic of Ireland international Paddy Kenny. It's Arsenal's throw-in. All Emmanuel Aboué's matches so far for Arsenal have been in the Cup.
That's typical of Arsene Wenger. When he buys foreign players, he breaks them in nice and easy and gives them the games where he thinks they can shine. That's some of the League Cup and some of the FA.
There is Aboué with the header. Here's Harley. Got through Flamini, but Toure covering. Cullip for Sheffield United. Toure attacked it. It's Bergkamp. It's a very tight corner for Van Persie to try to work in.
Look at the shape of the team, Stephen. It looks like he's going 3 at the back now. Danny Cullip's in the middle. Jagielka's to his right and Lee Bromby to his left. And Harley's pushed on as a wing-back and Geary as well. So they've started the game anyway. They can always adjust it.
Well, it's always a movable feast with Neil Warnock. It's Jagielka with a free kick. Harley. Senderos. Flamini just got above Danny Cullip. Clichy. Ljungberg was rather ploughed into by Cullip. Just won't come down for anybody at the moment. Reyes, no foul. Aboué. Jagielka came out to try and meet the ball, and Ljungberg kept it away from him. This is Fabregas. Still Fabregas.
He had support with Reyes just on his left-hand side. He opted to shoot. I mean, it was obviously a very good shooting opportunity. Here he is, he's persistent, he wins the ball. That's the last thing you want to do, give the ball away on the edge of the 18-yard box. And you can see Reyes just on the edge of the shot. He wanted that, and with him being on his left foot, should have been screaming.
Thirlwell was just caught, but helped out. And Bromby's found Kenny. Gray. Reyes. Kiri got the touch. Kind of start you might have expected, really. Arsenal having the bulk of the ball, but Sheffield United denying them space at every opportunity. Montgomery chasing, and Montgomery's got there away from Senderos. Montgomery has Tong in the middle. Well, Senderos has got away with that.
It's a chance, isn't it? Just look at this, the lone strike, just persistence here. Now what he's doing is waiting for somebody to make a move, and he has to wait so long that Senderos has a chance to get back. You can just see there, I think might be Tong just coming into the shot.
Downward header by Gray! Just about kept out by Almunia. What a great chance for Andy Gray. Arsenal opened up from the corner, which was nicely worked, and it was a free header for Gray. This is Little. It's a throw into Sheffield United. Gray, Clichy, Bergkamp. There's Bromby finding Harley. Just too much pace on it for Michael Tong.
It's a
What
couple
a
of
chance
scares.
here.
They just catch Arsenal with a quick, short free kick. It's a great ball in, and Gray, well, it's a free header. And to be honest, the man who hasn't scored since December 28th, you will never get a better opportunity. It's a good save, but I mean, you have to give it that, but from that distance there, I mean, he'd expect to score, and he should score.
Well, not the most confident start from Arsenal defensively.
Oh, Sandra Scott's got caught, didn't he? I'm sure the message come from the bench. Deal with it, give it back to the goalkeeper or put it out.
Well, Little's conceded the throw, which will be taken by Clichy. There's Fabregas, tracked by Montgomery. Clichy's cross. But plenty of encouragement mark for Sheffield United in the early moments of the game. And here goes Tong. Both Ivory Coast internationals, Touré and Aboué. It's Ljungberg. Aboué. Flamini. Senderos. And Percy's moving ahead of him. This is Bergkamp. Senderos has continued his run. It's still Dennis Bergkamp. Hit Bromby. Montgomery. Little. Geary well forward.
It's good play from Sheffield United. What they're doing is supporting the front man really early, getting 4 or 5 players up there in attack so they can try and keep the ball there. Otherwise they give it away and Arsenal just come straight back at them.
Geary's throw, and they've got another one. Well, Geary is playing really as a right wing back at the moment, with Harley as a left wing back. Jagielka, Bromby and Culliff as central defenders. This is Liddell. And it's Sheffield United's corner, and alarm bells for Arsenal. Bromby has been joined by Jagielka and Culliff inside the Arsenal penalty area for this corner kick. Andy Liddell's going to take it. There's Bergkamp away. There's no one in red and white forward. Geary. Might still come to Liddell. And Liddell did enough to shrug it away from Dennis Bergkamp. Free kick in the end goes against Tom.
Dennis Bergkamp getting caught in possession as well. That's one thing. You just wonder, as a player, you know, would you take that sort of chance if it was Rooney chasing you or whatever? But you know, you can clearly see there Michael Tong overran the ball. And Colatori stepping in. But that's what they've been doing. Arsenal got caught 2 or 3 times at the edge of the 18-yard box, and it gives encouragement to Sheffield United.
Fabregas. Eboué, Van Persie just inside Harley. Good recovery by Eboué. They brought him from Beveren, Emmanuel Eboué. He's spent some time with what is Arsenal's feeder club, basically, in the Belgian league. Reyes.
Clash of heads there.
Clash of heads.
Is it Montgomery?
I think it's Montgomery, isn't it?
With
Fabregas is okay.
Yeah. He just flicked at the ball. I just saw it there. I think Montgomery's just trying to flick the ball on, and Fabregas comes in and just flicks at each other's head. And that's the one sometimes can really get the concussion going.
I think Neil Warnock will be very encouraged at the moment.
Yeah, no question about that. They're working hard behind the ball, Sheffield. You know, I'm watching Danny Culliff when Arsenal are in possession, and he's going tight on Bergkamp. So if Bergkamp comes off the front line, Culliff's going in there with him, and there is a little bit of a gap between the other 2 centre-backs, and that's up to somebody like, you know, Fabregas or Flamini to try and expose that and get it run off the front men in between.
Danny Culliff scored the first goal in this FA Cup run. It was against Aston Villa in the 3rd round, and it was his first goal for Sheffield United.
It was a stab from a yard. Tried to tell me afterwards it was a bit of a poacher's kick. It's just a stab.
But they played well that day. They played really well against West Ham, even though they were down to 10 men for an hour, and they've started well here.
They have, and some of the stewards were telling me when I was up there at Sheffield that it's the best they've played, you know, without question that season, and they rose to the occasion, which is exactly what you need to do. This is the FA Cup. They don't seem like they're showing any fear towards Arsenal. You know, they're not being intimidated. They've had a couple of good goals, and they've had by far the best opportunity. You know, Neil Warnock would be saying keep it nice and tight at the back, chase and work hard, and then when we break, and support the front man and just try and create something, and that's exactly what they've done. If they'd have taken that chance, he would have been really happy.
Everybody's favourite rule dictates that Nick Montgomery must leave the field of play, having had treatment on it. It's going to be an uncontested drop ball. 11 against 11 again. Toure. Flamini is usually the deepest lying of Arsenal's central midfielders. Fabregas given a little bit more range to attack, or a lot more range to attack, which is certainly what Reyes has. Jagielka and Geary are across. That's Van Persie. It was nice. This is Reyes. It's a goal kick. It was Danny Collett on Reyes.
Ooh, that was a close one. Big, strong, compromising. Not the quickest though. And what he does here, use his body to get across Reyes. I'll tell you something, I've seen them giving. You can see the assistant referee in the background there. He's having a look at the referee to see what he's giving. And he's just, I think he gets away with it more than anything, because I think it's an obstruction, if anything.
Not absolutely convinced that the contact was inside the penalty area, it's certainly close. It was Arsenal's best moment of the game so far, that little combination between Van Persie and Reyes. It's been a sort of stuttery, juttery quarter of an hour from Arsenal. Here's Bergkamp. Van Persie, accidental collision, I think, between Harley and Ljungberg. Free kick has been given. Interesting to see whether Neil Barry wants a word with John Harley. It seemed to me that it was an accidental collision.
You can see in the bottom of our screen here, John Harley, he's the wrong side. He's the wrong side, and I think he knows it, and I think he clicks the ankle of Ljungberg. Goes over. It's good, it's just classic third man running, just movement off the ball, good touch from Bergkamp, and Ljungberg, I think, was in there as well.
It's Bergkamp to take. That's Jagielka's header. Fabregas, it hit Montgomery. Bergkamp again. Been in great form of last few weeks, Dennis Bergkamp. Oh, and it's found its way to Ljungberg. It got through Harley. Van Persie looking for space, looking for the shot, which Paddy Kenny would have seen very late as it came through Geary, but there wasn't really enough pace on it to worry him.
He wasn't, he puts his thumb up, but I think he should do a little bit better. John Harley just misses this here, but he takes his time here, Ljungberg, cuts it back. Van Persie's beautiful, lets it run across his body. He doesn't open it up enough to get the shot in.
Reyes. And Fabregas, Kenny Kane. But Arsenal are beginning to find their range of passing and movement in this game.
Midfield players running off. All the midfield players are not being picked up. You can see here, Fabregas just free into the box. Kenny makes a decision to come. He's a little bit late getting there. But what he does, he makes Fabregas lift the ball higher than he wants to. And he can't get it down the other side. So it's the right decision from the goalkeeper.
Suddenly an awful lot busier, Sheffield United's goalkeeper. Here's Van Persie. Fabregas. Saved twice in that shootout against West Ham, Paddy Kenny. Fair to say it wasn't the highest quality penalty shootout that you've ever seen.
Nervous occasion, Steve.
Montgomery. Still there for Montgomery, who finds Little. Gray. Little. Geary. Just got in behind Senderos, who makes the block. And that's Flamini. Not a great place to dwell on the ball, but he's got a throw.
Similar to situations in the past, Sheffield don't give up the ball. You know, in the Premiership sometimes people just jog back into position. You know, Sheffield are just chasing the ball, trying to win it back.
He's got a long way to go, but he's capable. And he's going to, and only Van Ljungberg. Such a good player, Reyes. There's a push on Eboué by Tom.
think he held his shirt. Antonio Reyes there just showing pace and running at real pace in possession of the ball. And most players are quick, but I think they probably just got a little feel there of how quick Reyes is.
Eboué. Ljungberg. Senderos. Van Persie the target. Jagielka with the clearance. Tong with the header. Toure. Came off Harley. It'll be Arsenal's throw. This is Van Persie. Just a little bit too much pace on the pass from Reyes. Clichy's cross. Bromby, Flamini, Montgomery. Gray will chase it. Jagielka's always got one eye on Bergkamp, if not two, hasn't he?
Has he? He's got to. You can't afford to give them any time and space, because if they come off you and turn, that's when they can really expose you, because they can either go past or just thread balls through. And he's just flitting in between Cullup and Jagielka, you can see him.
Ljungberg chasing, Bromby across. Had a really good season for Sheffield United, Lee Bromby. Former Sheffield Wednesday player, not the only one in the squad. And that's Jagielka's attempt at a clearance. It's Robin Van Persie. Looked like a foul. It was a foul by Jagielka. Felt he had to make amends for a clearance which was more up than out, but he's dropped Sheffield United in a hole here.
Yeah, it was a fake shot by Van Persie. Then he comes inside. You can see Jagielka. I think he's just using his strength. And look at that, it's half a dozen 1-6 the other. How the referee can give that one win, I don't know.
Yeah, but Jagielka started it, didn't he?
Well, he's entitled to try and get to the ball.
It's a free kick. Take your pick here, Bergkamp, Reyes, Van Persie.
Give seniority or call here.
Van Persie, all did its job. Reyes. Fabregas. Offside flag was up against Freddie Ljungberg. And up quickly. Was impassioned yesterday, Arsene Wenger, in his pre-match debates with the press about his right to select 16 players of any nationality he likes. Won by Fabregas. This is Reyes. They're having to scrap for everything they can get though, Arsenal. It's little. This is Clichy. Ashley Cole is still doubtful for that trip to Munich next week. Sol Campbell's definitely out of it. This is Flamini. Great running by Eboué to his right-hand side. Flamini goes alone. There was a little touch on Flamini. This is Ljungberg and Bergkamp. Oh. Tell you what, not many people could think about scoring with such a Little amount of backlifting, so little space, but Dennis Bergkamp is always a thought or two ahead of the rest.
Just a great break. You can see here Michael Tong at the top of the screen. He doesn't track back. That leaves a 2-on-1 situation here. Boa's on the right. He hangs on to it, Flamini. But this, look at Dennis Bergkamp. Do you know what he's looking for? Just around the sides of the players. Paddy Kenny unsighted, as you can see. Oof, a fraction.
Tell you what, Dennis Bergkamp has scored more than 100 goals for Arsenal, and most of them have been worth watching. That would certainly have been up there. Here's Geary. Well, Andy Gray, who was just crowded out there from Geary's cross, has had by a distance Sheffield United's best chance of the game, and still really probably the best chance of the game.
Yes, I would say so. It's just one of those chances you pray for. You think you're coming down here, it's going to be tight. You know, Arsenal home. I just hope I get a good chance, and the chance came early. Now what he's hoping is they can create another one.
He's 8 games without scoring now, Andy Gray, which is his longest barren spell of the season. He's still Sheffield United's top scorer this term.
I think he suffered probably from playing the system with one up front. And when they played, I think Paul Shaw played against West Ham, and more opportunities were created, but it's just that he missed a few.
Though he did successfully convert a penalty in the shootout. Lee Bromby will take the throw in.
He's got a long throw.
Cullip has come forward to try and meet it. Gray is in there as well. It's a really long throw. Tong got a touch on it. Eboué. Flamini. Fabregas, and back again. Van Persie worked room for the shot really well, and it's a good save by Paddy Kenny. Did well, Van Persie.
Just great movement around the box. Good save from him. He's keeping him in the game. Big lad, having a good season as well.
Arsenal corner. Reyes. That's only going to find its way to Dennis Bergkamp. Jagielka's header.
Good header. He knew exactly what he was doing with that. He was under a little bit of pressure as well. This is the Van Persie shot. Lovely balance. Can go one way or the other. The angle's a bit tight, but Paddy Kenny's got that near post more than covered.
Well, getting on half an hour, successfully negotiated. John Harley, given to Fabregas. Reyes is moving, Reyes has got in behind Geary. This is Reyes. Good save by Kenny. The punch has only found Bergkamp. Well, it's a corner kick to Arsenal. Just wonder there why Paddy Kenny didn't catch the second ball rather than punch.
I just saw a few people around him, probably was a little bit unaware. Made a good save, got up quickly, wasn't too sure if it was outside the 6 or inside, just opted for the punch. And as you said, when you punch, you've got to get distance, height and distance away from the goal. It was a great first save.
Van Persie to take the corner kick. Tall corner, really. Here's Reyes. Van Persie again. Right in front of the Sheffield United fans as well. They will have enjoyed that.
A few moments ago, he just made a great save, didn't he? This is onside. I think it's Lee Bromby on the left-hand side, plays Van Persie on side, Reyes, sorry. There's the save. Now, Bromby isn't sure if that's Danny Cullip. Just shout to him, time, catch it. And here again, he does another double save.
Jagielka keeping it away from Dennis Bergkamp, which is pretty much his job. Header by Senderos, but he climbed onto the back of Andy Gray to make it. Chance maybe for Sheffield United. Andy Little's going to take it. Tom is forward. Bromby and Cullip are there as well, so is Thirlwell and Gray. And the header was a free one, and it was from Lee Bromby.
It's a chance. What a chance. I mean, there's a complete mix-up with whoever's marking who there, because Toure was marking, Bo was marking, and just Lee Bromby stood between the middle of them. Free header, back across the goal or down, anywhere down. It's a great chance.
Barely anyone in red and white in the picture. Aboué. Lovely control by Dennis Bergkamp. I always get the feeling when the pass goes astray from Bergkamp that he's put it in the right place. It's just that somebody wasn't in the right place.
Van Persie showed him where he looked like he wanted it there. And
free kick is given. Jagielka on Ljungberg.
Freddie Ljungberg, it's just a quick drop of the shoulder there. And over 2 or 3 yards, the Premiership players, they are a little bit quicker. And Jagielka there just using his body and just to get a little obstruction in.
Tell you what, Cullip and Senderos having a right tussle. Keep an eye on that one as the Bergkamp free kick is delivered. Fabregas. Kenny, big shout from the goalkeeper again.
Yeah, better. Did really well there, commanding the 18-yard box, come a long way over the penalty spot. That gives the defence a lot of confidence.
Montgomery is just got Vaseline, a bit of a cut on the right eyebrow there. That's a good turn by Little. Well, he's the man of the moment as far as the FA Cup and Sheffield United are concerned.
He knows where the back of the net is in this run, that's for sure. Good play here. He knows exactly what he's trying to do. Hook his foot around it and just pull it inside the far post. He gets the right shape on it, it's just a little bit too wide. But for all Arsenal's possession, Sheffield United have created the better chances.
Last time Neil Warnock managed a team here, they drew. It was Huddersfield in a League Cup tie. There's a collision between Bergkamp and Cullip. Here's Flamini. Well, in the end, the free kick has been given, and it's been given Arsenal's way. It was almost a cumulative one, but now Cullip is getting involved. And there's hands raised and arms thrown, and it's getting pretty ugly, and we have about 15 or 16 players involved here. The referee's 2 assistants have come across, but the card is red.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Dennis Bergkamp's been sent off.
Dennis Bergkamp was incensed on something. I think the referee blew for a free kick, and I think the ball ran free. Van Persie fell over, and I think Danny Cullip booted the ball out of play. Now, I think the ball might have hit Van Persie on the floor, and I think Dennis Bergkamp ran it straight over to Cullip. But I don't really think Danny Cullip did anything wrong apart from clear the ball. I mean, it was a tad aggressive, but now Dennis Bergkamp must have said something It's
Bergkamp is sent off. On the day he's taken the captain's armband, Dennis Bergkamp has shown the red card.
Well, I think this is the original foul. I'm not too sure. No, it seems like the play goes on because they're trying to clear the ball, and then I think this is where Van Persie. Oh, it's Fabregas who gets tackled. That must be the foul. And this is Danny Cullen when he blasts the. Oh, we just miss it.
Well, it's a shove by Bergkamp.
Yeah,
it's
two
shoves by Bergkamp, and a raised finger to the chin. And he's gone for that.
Yeah, but there's no retaliation from Cullen. He pulls his arms away. He's backing away. He's trying to say he doesn't want to get involved. I mean, Dennis Bergkamp, the wealth of experience, he's the captain today.
You send him off, you can say.
Well, arms were raised all over the place, Mark. Dennis Bergkamp is the man who's paid the price, and Arsenal are down to 10 men here and feeling aggrieved. And it's their free kick, which is really the senseless part of it all. Clichy. Slip was from Jagielka. Van Persie's tumbled as well. This is Reyes. Fabregas. Ljungberg. This is Clichy. Reyes. Out of play. Sheffield United have the throw-in. Just wonder if there were some precursors to this Bergkamp-Cullet confrontation. Not like Dennis Bergkamp to lose his temper like that, but have a look at this.
But that's just a block. I mean, this is probably stuff that they're not used to. I mean, this is a championship team, and they're strong and they're aggressive, they're determined. Dennis Bergkamp knows this sort of thing goes on. You have to get on with it. If the referee sees it, he will give it. You can't take the law into your own hands and start pushing people around. I mean, this is part of the game. It's physical. This is what they do.
It's Gray, just beaten to it by Clichy. Geary, Liddell, Jagielka. Charged down by Reyes. Flag is up. Handball.
Yeah, assistant's got it right there. Raise his arm, stop the ball going over the top. You know, as we all know, that, you know, Arsenal do train with play 11 against 10 in case they do have a man sent off. So they're familiar with the situation. They'll just leave one up front, 4 in midfield, 4 at the back. They've got the pace and the ability to help within the team to join the striker and to continue to play.
Jagielka's going to take the free kick. The sending off of Dennis Bergkamp will release him. Eboué. It's Arsenal's free kick against Tong. Well, I just think now that the freedom is possibly there for Neil Warnock to give Jagielka a licence to do things further up the pitch. He's spent the first 35 minutes or so keeping very close tabs on Dennis Bergkamp, but Bergkamp's gone now, Mark, and Jagielka as an attacking force can be a real threat.
I just wonder if she's just push an extra man into midfield. It just looks like for the time being, with only a few minutes to go to half-time, he'll probably just stay with the same situation, because in the end he doesn't want to hand the initiative to Arsenal and concede a goal. Just keep it like this. The one-man advantage he's hoping it'll show for the next sort of 50 minutes.
Now, Toure has made the clearance. He's unhappy with Gray, who made contact with him from just behind, and now they're still tussling with each other. It's a dangerous throw. Toure's header back in by Harley. Almunia came, and Almunia was fouled, but I think the offside flag was up anyway.
Yes. I mean, at the start of the game I said that, you know, one thing Sheffield United have to do, they don't have to be intimidated by Arsenal, and they've got to get in amongst them and stop their flow. And that's exactly what they've done. They've chased, they've harried, they've pressed, and the majority of it's been within the rules of the game. And as we said, this is a cup game, this is the FA Cup, this is a cup tie. You expect a little bit of passion, you don't come here and roll over.
Well, the frustration and annoyance of the Arsenal crowd and players will be music to the ears of Neil Warnock. And here goes Montgomery. And this is going to be a corner kick, isn't it? It is.
It should be a goal kick.
Corner kick is given, and Arsenal have looked frail twice from set pieces in this game. Remember the header of Gray and then the header of Bromby.
Just over 4 minutes on the clock. A really good time for Sheffield United to score. Neil Warnock's out of his technical area, shouting something.
It's Andy Little. Michael Tong. Header was from Eboué, and it's a throw-in this time for Sheffield United.
Oh, they made a meal of that. They had a great chance to get that ball into the box. They played it short. It was to no advantage whatsoever. I don't know why they do that.
Derek Geary with a throw-in. Van Persie. Well, suddenly, with 41 minutes on the clock, it's Arsenal who are holding out to half-time. It's 8 years since Arsenal lost an FA Cup tie at Highbury. Lee Bromby will take the throw, and this will come a long way. I think Cullip got a flick on, and it's gone in!
Free kick.
Not going to count, though. Well, Cullip certainly did get a flick on. This is Little. No one in the middle.
Sheffield United been buoyed by that sending off of Dennis Bergkamp. It's a great throw. Cullip, he's just challenging for the ball. Good glancing header, really, over the back. I don't really see a lot wrong with that, to be honest.
Well, the decision was made quickly.
It was. I wonder if he's paid the price really for the scuffle earlier in the game. You know, which resulted in the sending off of Dennis Bergkamp. Maybe the referee's got one eye on him now. But to me, it's just an aggressive challenge to win the ball in the.
Andy Little's getting a yellow card here. It was a foul on Reyes that had the lower tier of the far stand on their feet in a fury. It was good to see that there was a handshake between the two. There's Fabregas with the free kick. It's cleared Cullip. It's out by Jagielka. What you call a proper cup tie, I think.
It is now.
Cullip's header. Well, that's not away. Fabregas underneath it, and he's won the header as well. There's John Harley. Tong. Harley wants the return.
Deflection off Freddie Lumber there, right beneath us, I'm sure. Here's the replay. It's a good long throw. You can see there. He comes off Sanderos. Now he just challenges for that ball. I don't know why the referee has not allowed that goal.
Possibility of offside, Mark? Don't know. There's Gray, who's hustling and harrying Flamini. It's Almunia's clearance. Free kick, Van Persie in a hurry. Reyes. Oh, it's a late challenge. Thirlwell it was, the foul on Mathieu Flamini. I think Thirlwell's going to go where Andy Little's just gone. That's in Neil Barry's notebook.
So just getting caught the wrong side of the ball there. I think Neil Barry's not. He's made his mark on this. Yeah, it's a tackle. It's a booking, I would say. I think he'll accept that, Thirlwell.
Last minute of normal time in the first half. Arsenal down to 10 men. It's Fabregas. Chance to win a little touch in there from Kolo Touré.
sure Neil won at half-time. Team talk will be very buoyant.
That's Clichy's header. Montgomery. Three minutes to be added on. Clichy's throw for Arsenal.
Yes. They've rattled Arsenal, I don't think there's any question about it, knocked them out their stride, done everything that, you know, a lower division team should be doing when they come to a Premiership team in a cup tie. It's they've made it really interesting, and they'll feel from this point here, with the chances they've had, they could go on and try and win this tie.
Andy Little to take the free kick. Be a wonderful time to score a goal. It's Little. It's going to be attacked by Bromby, but Almunia commanded his penalty area well. Aboué. Aboué left in a heap by Michael Tong after the ball had gone, and they exchanged glances.
Oh, he's just spit on him as well, you know.
Tong is furious.
Yeah, he is. I think he's going to have a word with the referee as well.
Yeah. He's just, as you can see, you can read the lips. Aboué,
Yeah.
he just spat at me, is what Michael Tong said.
I think Tong clearly kicks him there on the ankle as he lays the ball off.
Here
And
comes
Aboué's-
Aboué.
Oh, miss it.
Cullip's header. Montgomery. Jagielka. And here's Little, and they've got Montgomery and Gray and Tong getting forward. Oh, just cut out, might still come for Montgomery. Fabregas got a very important touch. Here's Montgomery again. Oh, Fabregas. Oh, what a tackle that was. Oh, Fabregas has gone right into Montgomery.
So this could be a straight red.
Well, this is a big moment now for Neil Barry. Dennis Bergkamp has already been dismissed by Neil Barry. It's a very, very bad challenge by Fabregas, who gets the yellow card.
Thinking breathed a sigh of relief, and that was late. It was dangerous. I think he might have hurt himself in the process as well. Montgomery's still down.
There it is.
Oh, that's one of them. If your standing foot doesn't give way, if it traps you, if it does trap in the grass, break your leg.
Well, he stays on and he's lucky.
See, Montgomery just pokes the ball away and.
Well, it's a horrible tackle.
Well, he's all right and he's jogging, so.
Well, if Fabregas is lucky, Montgomery's luckier.
Yes.
In goes the free kick and hacked away. Was not convincing defending by Arsenal again from set pieces. They really have been all at sea. Here's Jagielka. Well, Neil Barry has seen enough of the first half. There's been some good, there's been some bad, there's been some ugly. Fabregas' challenge was ugly. Dennis Bergkamp was sent off for being bad. Sheffield United have been pretty good. And at half-time it's Arsenal 0, Sheffield United 0.
What do the two teams do now?
Well, the decision's Sheffield United, I think. Arsenal will play away and let their good players win the game. Do they push Jagielka forward into midfield and sub somebody closer to Andy Gray, or just play the same way? I think they should be brave. There might be the one chance of beating them. Now is maybe moving some.
I think he'll keep Jagielka at the back. He'll fancy taking them back to Bramall Lane 0-0. But again, he might, with a little bit later, take the chance to say, can we win it today? He'd settle for the draw now, Neil, and back at Bramall Lane.
and Sheffield United are keeping them waiting as well till they come into the second half. It's got everything, this, hasn't it?
It's great, as I say. The tactics for Sheffield United in the first half it was like they've only had one spare man colour, and everybody went man for man, marking all of it. It was like basketball. You know, it was good to watch. Tactically, good to watch.
Pires might get on later. Who knows? Just one thing. Arsene Wenger's decided to go. He's left players out. We understand why, but the FA Cup could be Arsenal's only trophy.
It could be, but
he's running a risk here now, isn't he?
He is running a risk. We thought even with their back four they were taking a chance and relying on their good players, but one of the great players, if not the greatest player they've had playing for the last 10 years, is off.
I've got to be quite honest, I thought Arsenal would field a stronger side than they've fielded today, because, as I say, the Championship and the Champions League.
Well, we'll see. Second half about to get going. Back to Mark Bright and Steve Wilson for Arsenal's fifth round FA Cup tie with Sheffield United 0-0.
Well, we've had the Arsenal Stadium mystery part 2, haven't we, here, really? We've had the gloved hand. All we need now is the Hound of the Baskervilles, and we're there, but we're going to have a substitution, and Paul Shaw, the former Arsenal striker, is coming on, and I do believe it's Paul Thirlwell who has been taken off. So Paul Shaw, who spent 6 years at Highbury, who was sold by Arsene Wenger, comes back to his former club. It was supposed to be a day all about strikers going back to their former clubs, but I wonder if Paul Shaw can make the kind of impact that Mr. Rooney might make a little bit later at Goodison Park. Arsenal down to 10 men. And this might be Sheffield United's best chance to beat Arsenal at Highbury.
That's a positive move by Neil Warnock, isn't it? I mean, I didn't think he'd do it so early. I thought he'd just wait and be patient. He's shown his card. He thinks that he's rattled Arsenal enough. They're not playing well enough at the back, and throw another striker on to help Gray.
There's Shaw, first touch. Actually had a back injury in the week, Paul Shaw, but he's okay. And Gray's found him. Little is in the middle. Almunia had to take it and did. Sheffield United have Michael Tong down in a heap at the moment. Almunia has spotted as much. But Shaw will understandably be particularly keen to make an impact here. He is, well, to go on a topical theme, he's one of a number of English players who have not quite made the grade under Arsene Wenger at Highbury.
Yeah, I think he went on record and just said that, you know, he was with some fantastic players. He learnt a lot here, and you know, it's sometimes not about, you know, what nationality you are. Some players aren't good enough for the club that they're at. He's had a good career outside of that. He's been to Millwall and Gillingham, and you know, I'm just about the best players. If the best players, oh, this is the late challenger on Michael Tong. It's actually Boa, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, if the player's good enough, he's good enough for the team. If he isn't good enough, he's not good enough. And obviously the whole debate becomes around again. I mean, Chelsea did it a few years ago, fielded a non-English 11. And
well, Liverpool, of course, won the FA Cup back in 1986 without any players who qualified for England, so it's not exactly a new phenomenon. What the substitution does mean is that Jackie Elka will now play centre midfield alongside Montgomery. Here's Shaw.
Looks to me like Reyes is playing further up the pitch as well. Looks like Arsene Wenger's gone to a 4-3 and a 2.
Well, they've got to think about the other end of the pitch at the moment, Arsenal. It's Sheffield United's throw-in, John Harley to take it. Ljungberg. Just might be too close to Bromby. I think he timed it well, Bromby. One or two Arsenal fans were complaining, but I think he got there ahead of Flamini. Eboué. Fabregas. Ljungberg. He was leaning into Lee Bromby, wasn't he, Flamini? Got the throw-in.
You can always tell when you're on the pitch as a player that every time someone gets challenged, they keep looking to the referee for a little bit of help for a free kick, and I think it's encouraging to see that.
Nice little step over. And he's got the return away! Oh, good save by Kenny! What a very good save. Clichy. Well, it's great to see Boué playing a 1-2 in the opposition penalty area from right back. And he's fouled here by Tong. Good save this though, Mark.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely 1-2 here. I just think he's unselfish. I think he's looking to pull it back to Van Persie. He's looking to square there. Paddy Kenny reads it well. If he drives that ball at Kenny, that could come off him and then go to Persie.
Lovely flick by Ljungberg. It's a very good run, which was ended unceremoniously by John Harley. Unceremoniously, but not illegally. Well, Arsenal have come out like a team on a mission, haven't they? Here's Little. Montgomery. Clichy coming back. It's a foul. Could be some second half here, you know.
Oh, wow. Also a little bit fired up. Sheffield United feeling they can win it. He's just being tracked here, isn't he, all the way by John Harley. Just throws himself down. It's an appalling attempt to win a penalty.
Cullet with the free kick. Flick on finds Shaw. It's a tight corner for Michael Tong. I think he wanted a corner, but he hasn't got it.
It's a goal kick, it came off him. You know, against Villa, he showed exactly what he could do. He's got lovely feet and he lacks a bit of pace for top quality, probably. And he's the kind of player, when that ball comes to him around the penalty area, he can move it from one foot to the other and get a shot in. Slipped on that occasion.
Well, that's going to be Sheffield United's throw. Won't be many here today who remember the FA Cup final between these two teams back in 1936. Ted Drake scored the only goal for Arsenal. How old would you have to be to remember that? You must be in your 80s, wasn't you? Here's Montgomery. Flamini. Freddie Ljungberg. Even fewer will remember when Bramall Lane staged the FA Cup final itself, or at least the replay. 1912. Well, his record in this competition is truly fantastic. You have to go back 5 years for the last time that they lost before the semi-final stage. But it's under threat here.
It is, and just looking at Wenger's record, I don't think he's lost to a low division team for 26 matches. Some record. They just get to the final, Arsenal. You know, last 7 years they've won 3 of 4 finals. I mean, big clubs get there. I think, like the boys were saying at half-time, there's plenty of quality on the pitch for Arsenal to still go on to win this game, and even with 10 men. But, you know, I think Sheffield United they've got the bit between their teeth, they can sense it.
Here's Clichy. Worked hard to get there, Geary. And he's hurt himself in the process. He worked really hard to make that challenge. Just might have overstretched a little bit.
It's a shin, is it? His left ankle he was holding earlier. Anything there.
It's a pretty unsympathetic response from the Arsenal fans.
Well, the Arsenal players want to get on with it, but the referee's got to be fair to both teams, and if he feels that the injury requires attention on the pitch, he has to stop the game. it's a frustrating time for Arsenal at the moment. They thought that they'd probably, Sheffield United come here, they'd put up a bit of a defence and then Arsenal would score and go on to win the game and be comfortable and everyone could go home happy, but that isn't the way. They've come here, they've given a good account of themselves and show that they're disciplined and they're willing to fight for every ball. And the Arsenal team down to 10 men, and it's not quite going their way, and this is when you see the boys half-time saying, you know, a bit of petulance, a little bit of arrogance as well. You know, we're the Premiership team, we're the, you know, the champions, and we should be doing this, we should be doing that. But it doesn't always work out that way.
Well, Geary is very close to the touchline, and I think that's the point the Arsenal fans were making. If he needs treatment, why can't he be moved a yard and a half and we'll get on with the game, which is what has happened. Van Persie.
Geary's still standing here on the side and the referee's clearly waved him on.
10 men each on the pitch at the moment. This is Harley. They're trying to catch Neil Barry's attention and he waves on Geary now. Seems to be moving comfortably enough.
Not from where I'm sitting. He still looks like he's limping.
There's Reyes. Shaw. Geary. Claiming a corner and he's got it. It came off Reyes. And they know that this is a real opportunity. They've watched 3 or 4 corners down the other end of the pitch, those Sheffield United fans, and they've caused a fair amount of mayhem. Now they have one at close quarters at the clock end. Harley's delivery. Whistle's gone.
I can quite understand that any opportunity they get, they should be putting the ball into the box. I mean, it's a theory that Kolo Touré doesn't play as well when he doesn't play with Sol Campbell. I just think that it's Sol Campbell who attacks the majority of the stuff and he tidies up and he's comfortable. With Sander Ross, I mean, he's looking to establish himself here at the club and make a big name and made too many mistakes today.
There's Bromby. Well, Arsenal have taken the free kick, and I think Neil Barry's encouraging them to get on with it, even though Aboué is down. Reyes, Geary in the way, Reyes again. Jagielka, Tom. Reyes is certainly playing further up, isn't he, Mark, which you spotted right at the start of the half.
Yeah, he's doing Van Persie, so he's just playing 3 in midfield, and you know, with Sheffield having 4 there, you've got to try and take advantage. You've got to try and keep the ball. That's where you hurt teams, where if you keep the ball and stretch them. You know, but they've got a lot of pace in the team, Arsenal. You know, looking on the far side, and Robert Pires, he's warming up and stretching off. Owusu Adebayo as well, isn't it?
That's Geary. Little. Reyes. Well, Arsenal won't want a replay, that's for sure. Reyes has lost out to Little. Michael Tong arriving. I think he's had a good day today, Almunia, hasn't he?
Yes. Yeah, he's what he's needed to do, he's done quite well. He's just slipped there and hurt his back there.
It's Fabregas, Reyes, Cullip in the way. Paul Shaw. Andy Little. sure that was actually a bad ball from Middle, it was just that Tong wasn't arriving at the back post. It's Ljungberg. And it's a corner.
He's had a good game, Bromby's. Keeps his eye on the ball, he's been moving quite well, got himself in good positions as a defender. Keeps his eye on that ball, and he watched that. Freddie Ljungberg tried to take him down the line, and for a big guy, good turn of pace, well done.
Well, you know Sheffield, it can't be easy to move from Wednesday to United. But he's done really well for Neil Warnock this season. Van Persie's going to take this corner kick for Arsenal. The sunshine won't help Paddy Kenny, it's right in his eyes. Reyes. Van Persie at the back post, wasn't picked up. Jagielka. There's a foul by Gray on Senderos.
It's just in the same area of the pitch, Steve, where United are just giving the ball away. They do ever so well to move the ball across the pitch and get forward, and it's virtually the most important area, the last third, where they either throw it in the box or just give it away. And that's where they've got to try and take advantage and keep the ball, get the full-backs overlapping and try and thread them in. They don't want to keep giving the ball away.
Van Persie, it was well controlled.
A hint of handball there, but it was beautiful control. Referee pointed to his chest. I mean, he's on his own, isn't he? You see, he cups it a little bit with his arms, and you can see what he's trying to do on the half turn. He's got lovely balance.
Jagielka. Arsenal's throw-in. Pires waiting. Pires is the most experienced of Arsenal substitutes.
Slight unrest in the crowd you can feel around us inside the stadium, just a few oohs and ahs, and you know, I wonder if he's gesturing to Pires.
Sheffield United have the throw-in past the hour mark, and the only numerical difference between the sides is that Sheffield United have 11 players and Arsenal have 10. It's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Bromby will take the throw. Fooled everyone by taking it short. Montgomery.
It's a decent opportunity, isn't it? Just comes down to don't waste any opportunity hitting it. I thought he took a deflection, but pitched into the ground.
Reyes with the header, chases it himself. Ljungberg's done well to get inside the penalty area. Neil Barry had a look, gave nothing. Eboué and Shaw. Oh, and then Van Persie has caught Harley.
He's going to get booked for it as well. He was late.
Well,
I think they're all incensed because they feel it's a penalty.
Exactly. The Arsenal players are complaining first and foremost. I think that they should have had a penalty kick. It's not been a quiet afternoon, has it, for Neil Barry?
It hasn't. Reyes doesn't strike as a dirty player, but it's a late challenge. It's I think it's a booking. This is the opportunity, and sliding attempt there to play the ball. I'm not sure he gets any of the ball really. Gets a bit of Reyes. And this is Reyes there, just doing a. Oh, that's dangerous. There's no question about that. His foot's raised. I think he has to accept that.
The red card, by the way, for Dennis Bergkamp was Arsenal's 3rd of the season. They're 57th under Arsene Wenger, for those who keep a tally of those things.
It's time for a change.
Words with Pires. Pires is going to be on soon for Arsenal. No question that Arsene Wenger will want this tie won today.
I think they're going to make the substitution now. It's going to be Fabregas.
It's going to be Robert Pires for Arsenal, replacing Robin van Persie. Hasn't scored since Boxing Day, Pires.
He's still well into double figures though, isn't he? Is it 10, 11 or 12? Well, they push Freddie Ljungberg down the middle, and Pires is just playing to the right of him. It looks like Reyes is going to play to the left. Obviously, when they haven't got the ball, one of them's got to fill in and help Flamini and Fabregas.
Geary with a throw in for Sheffield United. Clichy. It's Arsenal's ball. A little under 20 minutes to play. Beg your pardon, a little under 25 minutes to play.
Chance to throw everybody up there. Cullup's going up there. Bromby's going up there. It's a good crossing opportunity here.
John Harley's going to take it. Bromby is there. Cullup, Gray, Shaw. Everybody back for Arsenal. Important that they defend this properly. John Harley's going to take. He'll whip it in with his left. It's a good delivery too, and a good header out by Senderos. There's Jagielka. Sheffield United just hoping that they will get another opportunity as good as the one that Andy Gray had in the first 10 minutes.
The way they're playing, they only need one opportunity.
Little. Read by Clichy. Did well. Ljungberg. Clichy's done really well. And Freddie Ljungberg again.
It's good play by Guri. He does, number 26, he does ever so well on both sides of the pitch. He's tracking Ljungberg. You know, he's quick and he sticks to his task. He keeps his eye on the ball.
Clichy's throw. There's Jagielka. Shaw is underneath it. It's bounced to Fabregas. Cola Toure. Aboué to Pires. Oh. Lovely stuff from Pires. Senderos coming forward, he's being picked up by Cullip. Just might break here, Little. Geary's hurt again. There's Clichy.
He trod on the ball, and as he trod on the ball, I think Clichy stood on him. I think it was accidental. I think there.
Jagielka.
Should take that as a compliment.
Montgomery. Clichy. Fabregas. Oh, give it away. No, he got lucky actually as it bounced away off Jagielka's shin. Here's Michael Tondo. Well, the foul is given in Arsenal's favour for Tondo on Flamini, and here's Pires and Emmanuel Aboué. Ljungberg and Reyes are in the middle.
That's where Reyes should be going. That's where he should be going. That's where the space is. Geary once again, the man. Aboué's putting his hand up, but that's where the space is. Reyes has got to go to that near post. And if he goes to the near post and steps over it, coming behind him, Freddie Ljungberg.
I think Henry would have been there. Aboué with the throw. Now there's a little under 20 minutes to play. Here's Reyes. Reyes off! Nearly the moment that Arsenal have been waiting for.
Good play, just look at it, lets it run across his body, opens up, there's the angle. He really slices it as opposed to getting the whip on it, which he likes, to bring it back towards the goal.
Not been an easy afternoon for Arsene Wenger. Ljungberg. What's Neil Barry's interpretation of Danny Cullip's challenge on Freddie Ljungberg?
You could have bet your bottom dollar the first challenge, the bad challenge, well, any challenge that Danny Cullip made the second half was going to get booked. He was going to get booked, and that's a little bit of a tug back there. Neil Barry's had his eye on him. The crowd wants to send it off for that. He tries to clear it, hits his own hand and bounces favourably. He's stumbling over. I think he just hooks Freddie Ljungberg's leg with his arm as he's going down.
Free kick. Not sure that this isn't going to be set up for Kolo Touré. It is, you know. Well hit!
Never seen Kolo Touré take a free kick. Mind you, no Henry, no Bergkamp, Van Persie.
Might be a long wait before he gets the chance to take another one. He is a fabulous athlete apart from anything else, Kolo Touré.
Classic touch, stop and strike. Paddy Kenny gets a clear view of it as well, moves across, good position, gets himself behind the ball, down the line.
I think Arsenal fans love it when he charges upfield from the back. The free kick has gone against Ljungberg.
Yeah, turn it on there, Freddie Ljungberg. He was watching Danny Cullip instead of the ball, and just as Danny Cullip started to jump, he jumped into him. I think he just caught and home.
Twice a cup winner, Freddie Ljungberg. Also scored in the final which Arsenal lost in 2001. John Harley actually has a cup winners medal as well. He was a non-playing sub for Chelsea back in 2000 when they beat Aston Villa in the last Wembley final to date. That's gone out for a corner, I think, off the corner flag. It's Little, it's charged down, it's a corner. Might be a daft question mark, but why doesn't he just swing it in?
I was just thinking that myself. I think he is going to this time.
Easy for Almunia. Free kick, and again it's Sheffield United's way.
Freddie Lundberg might have just bit off a little bit more than can chew with Danny Cullen. I mean, he loves the physical side of it, and no big man to play up against now. Freddie Lundberg, he's a lot quicker than him, but Danny Cullen's got experience, uses his body well, uses his head. They're getting very frustrated now, Arsenal. Lots of gestures to the referee.
And at this stage of the game, you're starting to get the feeling that the next goal, or the first goal, wins it. That's a Boué. Fabregas. And Fabregas again, Montgomery curled a boot in, it's still found Flomini. Chases on here, Reyes. Oh, Jagielka would have heard the footsteps pounding as Reyes ate up the yards behind him.
Very athletical Jagielka, and reacted quickly there, sensed Reyes.
There goes a Boué. Tall short. Andy Little. Reyes. There's the free kick. Reyes was fouled by Bromby.
That's what they're hoping for, Arsenal. They're hoping to get a one-on-one anywhere around the 18-yard box. People like Pires, Reyes and Lundberg with that little bit of pace, but at the moment it's not breaking for them. You know, a long way out. A decent shooting opportunity. Reyes is over this one. Maybe Torres had his opportunity.
Yes, Jose Antonio Reyes looks favourite here. And Pires and Fabregas are over the ball. It's Reyes.
It's a decent strike. You can see Paddy Kenny's got a good position there. Gets a good look at it. Full stretch. It's going in. There's no question about that. It's a good save.
Senderos forward, short. Oh, Senderos' header almost caused Arsenal all kinds of difficulties. Montgomery back into the danger area. Senderos didn't get that away either. Now Pires. Sheffield United throw.
Good play from Jagielka. I mean, Senderos, I don't know what he's thinking of there. He's attempting to pass it back to the goalkeeper. Just put himself, the team in danger.
Michael Tong. Oh, he's whipped across in there towards Little. Pires. Still Reyes. Oh, it's a clever ball. It's Flomini. Great save. Pires on. 1-0 Arsenal. And it's Robert Pires. So unlucky, Paddy Kenny. But it was intricate one-touch football around the penalty area that Arsenal are so good at. And Robert Pires puts the 10 men in front.
There's lots of cheers around us, and I feel there's a lot of relief as well. As this game was going on, wondering where the first goal was going to come from, but just good play really from Arsenal. Like you say, a couple of touches. He's frustrated and annoyed. Starts with Reyes, little touch there from Pires, and then you can see Pires make a breakthrough. You get a lucky break there. Good save from Kenny, that's all he can do. He has a second bite of the cherry there, but unfortunately it's a tap in for Pires. That's where they get a break. Here it is. He's unlucky. How can they respond now?
12 goals this season for Robert Pires, first since Fulham on Boxing Day. And what an important goal it could be for Arsenal. They did not want a replay.
Whatever happens, they know they've been in a game here today, and I think that's exactly what Neil would want, and the fans as well coming down here. But they're not out of this yet.
Bromby's throw. Clichy. Well, Sheffield United will spend 10 minutes now straining every sinew to find a way through Arsenal's 10 men. Senderos with the header. Geary. Throw taken towards Montgomery. That's good play by Clichy. Now 4 onto 4 here, Arsenal. It's Reyes. Clichy. Bromby doesn't know where it is, Freddie Ljungberg does. Clichy. Sheffield United throw in. Stuart McCall and Neil Warnock in conversation. Stuart McCall, a cup finalist with Everton, of course. He scored twice in that final against Liverpool as a substitute and still lost. Here's Aboué. And Reyes! Just for a split second, Mark, I thought that was that.
Well, it's a good run to the near post and a good ball in. This game's stretched now. Two subs warming up.
Free kick has gone Arsenal's way.
I think Jagielka's annoyed that he didn't get a shout from a teammate. Playing in the middle of the park there, good awareness, who's around you. And here comes the...
Simon Francis is coming on for Andy Liddell. Francis can play as a right back or on the right side of midfield, which is presumably where he will go now. And Nick Montgomery has also been replaced by Jonathan Forte. Well, they've just got to try and heave themselves back into this tie, Sheffield United. But time is against them. It's a decent turn by Gray, but Clichy, who's had a very good game at left back for Arsenal, and he's got the free kick as well. Well, Simon Francis is playing on the right side of midfield, Jonathan Forte on the left. Pires won the header, that's Cullip. Here's Francis. England under-20 international Simon Francis. Michael Tong. And here is Francis. Flag was up.
Good move. Just clearly see at the bottom of the screen here. Just ventured forward a little bit too early, even though Shaw lets it run across his body. Clearly offside.
Not much that Pat Rice and Arsene Wenger don't know about the game of football.
They'll be concerned though. 1 goals, no. In the league and the cup, sometimes never be enough.
Chase is on here. That came offshore. It should be an Arsenal throw-in, and it is. Pascal Sigon is warming up for Arsenal at the moment. Geary. Now Clichy just caught Francis. Sheffield United have the free kick.
Just wonder he's going to throw an extra defender on here just in case of the onslaught for the last few minutes, knowing that Sheffield are going to put everything into the box.
John Harley. Oh, Almunia did well to get something on it. Francis's shot didn't travel far before it hit a defender. Aboué. Jagielka. Pires. Flamini. Pires. Freddie Ljungberg. It was just that little bit of quality, Mark, wasn't it?
Yes.
That Arsenal had in the goal. Here's Pires.
There's been much between the teams. If anything, Sheffield still had the better chances, and they know it as well.
Aboué. Ball's gone out to play. It'll be a throw-in. And a throw-in to Sheffield United. And a chance for Arsene Wenger to make the change. It's Reyes who is going to be replaced, and Sigon who's coming on. So you don't need to be a genius to see where Arsene Wenger's coming from now.
Yeah, because he knows that's what the discussion was about. The last few moments they're going to throw everything into the box, get a little bit more height in there. Just making a 3 now in the centre. He's going to the left back. He's going to the left back position, but obviously for the set pieces, a big plus for them.
Sendros with a header. Toure. Flamini forward, the space ahead of Pires. Just a touch from Jagielka.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for as well. I know Jagielka can't believe it, but you know, he's got the ball on his right-hand side. He's running with it. Jagielka can't really get at the ball, and then he touched. There it is. Oof, it's minimal, but
that's Fabregas. Herbert Chapman's clock says it's a little after 20 past 2, which means that Arsenal are 3 minutes away, and here's Fabregas who could finish it.
Gets a high five from Freddie Ljungberg, but I think he was in a good position there. Little pull back, that could have been game, second match. He sees it, doesn't he? Sees the far post.
Lee Bromby for Sheffield United. Got to be the charge of the light orange brigade here. It's Geary. Cullip. Bromby. Pires. Freddie Ljungberg. Flamini's made a good break ahead of Ljungberg. Here's Sigon, first touch. Clichy. And Geary fouled Clichy.
No hurry to take it, just using experience. The referee gestures to you. Just waste the clock, run it down.
That's a good challenge, well done Tong, dispossessed Fabregas. Slip from Abue, this is Jonathan Forte. Shaw's in the middle, Gray's in the middle, Francis has got in the middle.
Well done.
Corner kick.
Well, that's a chance what they want now. Surprised that Paddy Kenny doesn't come up for it as well. He's looking at the bench. He's looking at the manager. He's venturing.
He's looking for permission, Paddy Kenny, the Sheffield United goalkeeper. He's just on the edge of the centre circle there, but he'll stay there for the moment. In comes the cross. Segon got something onto it. And again. And Colin in a pay for handball. A penalty! It hits Senderos! It's a penalty kick to Sheffield United! Handball by Senderos! 89 minutes on the clock.
I think it's Cullup as well who's involved in it, Steve. Amazing day he's had. Sandros, can you believe it? It always happens, you throw everybody forward and get that ball in the box. They had two on the ball for the same short corner, Steve, and they never sent two players out there, Arsenal. They just went back in the box, they allowed them to take it short, it came in the box, they didn't deal with it, didn't clear it. It came to Danny Cullup, who just tried to help it back in. Sandros raised his arms, no question for me.
Andy Gray scored in the penalty shootout against West Ham United to take Sheffield United to Highbury. Can he take Arsenal to Bramall Lane? Andy Gray, he can! It's one each!
There's people leaving the seats all around us, and I think you have to say, I don't think it's any more than they deserve today, Sheffield. I think they've approached the game in the right way. Got a real good go. You know, when they conceded that goal, you do feel that it was a bit harsh. Arsenal haven't been at the best. They've picked the team, they're thinking ahead to midweek, but as I said at the start, this is the most important game because it's today. I think this is a great result for Neil Warnock and for Sheffield United.
Andy Gray kept his nerve. From a famous footballing family, son of Frankie Gray, nephew of Eddie Gray. Andy Gray carves his own name in Sheffield United's history with a famous equaliser in Highbury. Here's Freddie Ljungberg though. This isn't over yet. Ljungberg, Cullup at his heels, Geary there. Corner kick.
Oh?
Well.
It's amazing, isn't it? Got to defend this now. They've got to pick up, Sheffield pick up everybody. There's no question where this is going. Pires, great quality on the ball. Get tight, no free headers.
The North Bank is trembling with desire for an Arsenal goal, and Kenny did brilliantly. And the referee Neil Barry has given Sheffield United a free kick.
He came in there, Tory, didn't he? Hard.
Well, it's Sendros who conceded the penalty.
Yeah, Danny Cullup, there he is, trying to side-foot it back in. You got your hands raised, you're inside the box, you're asking for trouble. I know there's a massive appeal from everybody, all the United fans are behind the goal there, you can clearly see. Oh dear. Referee's got a great position, no hesitation, whistle straight to the mouth.
2 minutes of stoppage time have been played. Abue. Dennis Bergkamp won't play in the replay, if indeed it is to be a replay on the 1st of March. Thought he'd done enough, Arsene Wenger. Thought wrong.
It's a big ask, isn't it? What, over an hour, is it? With 10 men, even for Arsenal.
Flamini. Offside. Well, it's had just about everything, this cup tie.
In many ways, you can say that Sheffield United are unfortunate not to be going through. Because as we saw at the first half, the Danny Cullup header, what went in, I mean, unless this referee saw something we didn't, why did he disallow it? I don't know.
There's still time. Looked like handball by Jonathan Forte, and it was. It'll be an Arsenal free kick.
See Arsenal pushing them forward. What Sheffield United need to do now is not drop too deep. and invite the pressure.
Short to Tong. Jonathan Forte. Gray is in the middle. Shaw is in the middle. That's Francis at the back post. And it's back to Bramall Lane for a replay which you have to say Sheffield United deserve. Arsenal have played for a long time with just 10 men. Dennis Bergkamp sent off. They thought Robert Pires had won the tie for them, but Andy Gray's penalty in the 90th minute of the game after the handball from Senderos means it's a replay at the beginning of March at Bramall Lane. It's finished Sheffield United 1, Arsenal 1.
Terrific cup tie, and Arsene Wenger's risk of resting all his stars has backfired.
It's a good game, it's good fun, and it was good watching the managers tactically moving people about. As you say, it could backfire because they're in two competitions now, really, and that's the Champions League in this one, and if you get a bad result against Bayern Munich, then all the pressure goes back on this game to win something away at Bramall Lane, and nobody likes to go to Bramall Lane.
So leave Arsene Wenger out of it for a moment. Well done, Neil Warnock, and well done all the Sheffield United players for
Yeah, they'd be highly delighted.
absolutely scrapping.
Yeah, they scrapped. I mean, they changed their system in the second half. Neil went for it. It opened it up a bit for Arsenal in some aspects because Arsenal did start to get some good movement and some good passing. And when Arsenal scored, I thought that was going to be enough. But when we look at the goal that was disallowed in the first half, and the referee's seen the penalty, Senderos hasn't proved to be the most successful in the centre of the defence. United are absolutely delighted. You can hear their fans chuffed to pieces.
It looked like it was going to be a very cruel end for Sheffield United when Pires got the goal 12 minutes from time, Gordon.
To be fair, the front players at Arsenal played well in the second half. In the first half it was easy because everybody went man for man, Sheffield United. Everybody knew who they were playing against and who to press. But in the second half they started floating like this. If you see the Pires in the middle, Reyes, they're moving about and they're good players. And that, unfortunately, unbalanced Sheffield United. As I say, they weren't really sure who to be picking up. And they've come through, and it's Flamini's had the shot. He's done well, Kenny, you know. He's had a great game in the